ये तो उल्टा चल रहा है, इसको कैंसिल करना पड़ेगा। अरे ये फ्रंट कैमरा आ गया है। अच्छा एक मिनट, इसको वापस, ये फ्रंट कैमरा मेरा रह गया ऑन इसमें। हाँ हो गया, फ्लिप हो गया। हाँ ठीक है। अच्छा इसमें बोर्ड की सेटिंग थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है। हाँ इसकी और जो मोबाइल का कैमरा है दोनों में थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है। ठीक है, अब ठीक है, ठीक है। ये गोविंद जी मुझे YouTube चैनल में कोई दिख तो नहीं रही इवेंट, मैंने वैसे तो मैंने लाइव कर दिया है, लेकिन हाँ एक बार लाइव मैंने कर दिया है, आप देखिए चल रहा है कि नहीं, मैं कैसे जाऊं उसमें, ये दिखा बता दीजिएगा। अच्छा वो बोर्ड दिख रहा है, यानी कैम कैम हाँ बोर्ड आ रहा है। अच्छा नहीं मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि जैसे बच्चों के कुछ क्वेश्चंस वगैरह होते हैं तो वो मेरे को देखने होंगे, तो मैं दूसरे मोबाइल पे उसको लॉगिन जब कर रहा हूँ यूट्यूब में, तो वहाँ कुछ वो दिखा नहीं रहा है लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग या मतलब लाइव मोबाइल में जब सर देख रहे थे इसके पहले केमिस्ट्री की क्लास हो रही थी तो उसमें आ रहा था। लिंक चेक करिए तो मुझे लग रहा है जो पुराना चैनल है उस पर भी आ रहा है। इसी फोन पे करिएगा जिससे मैं बात कर रहा हूँ। ठीक है मैं देखता हूँ, एक मिनट में देखता हूँ। क्या इसको मेरे को कॉल कट करनी पड़ेगी।
क्या नहीं हो रहा है, आज कर देगा। ए ए जाने तो देख लो, ये छोड़ आप बस देखो जो क्या नहीं हो रहा है, आप इसको बता दो क्या करेगा। देखो ना, आज कर देगा। लेकिन मतलब ये मिलर बैठा है ना, जाओ भैया। क्या नहीं हो रहा है ऐसा बात
इसमें चैट कैसे करेंगे कुछ इसका है तो कुछ
लाइव चैट करके आता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे डाउनलोड कर रहा हूँ।
राइट चैट
लाइव चैट तो क्या हो रहा है।
बस यही तो है।
इसमें हमें टाइप करना होगा।
ये रहा। क्योंकि आपने यूट्यूब पे अपनी आईडी नहीं खोली हुई है ना, इसलिए आनंद केएमआर पैंट का केएमआर पांडे मतलब आप हो क्या ये लाइफ पे।
Hello students, can you see me? Can you hear me? Please identify yourself. Who are you? Your names, which I can see here, are not very clear. So please write your names so that I can know who are you. I think it is Swidhi and Shona. Swidhi and Shona, please write your names. Yeah, it is Swidhi. Okay, Swidhi and Nishita I can see. Please write your names so that I can know how many. Yeah, Nishita, I already know you. You are here, you have written your name, Swidhi. I am unable to see other names. Nishita, have you informed others? I have informed Ayush and I have dropped a message on our group, Botany group. So kindly inform others also. Ayush already knows this, and I think other might be sleeping. This is a sleeping time. So maybe others are sleeping, so wake them up. It is the time to get up and prepare for botany class. Are you able to hear me clearly? Okay, please inform them, Nishita, the alternate channel. Uh, yeah, and give them the link also. I can share that link to you also. This is the link. But I cannot share from this phone. So, Siddhi, you are able to hear me and you are able to see me properly. Is it so? So should we start the botany? Harsh, I can see you. Harsh is there. Very nice to see you. Siona, I cannot see you. Whether she is here or not. Ayush is here. I can see you, Ayush. Nice to see you here. Siona, good afternoon to all of you. Nandini is here. Good evening, Nandini. Very nice to see all of you. And please inform others also that class is going on. So they should remain here. It is live class. So they should remain here. Are you able to hear me properly? My voice is clear to you? Anyone can say yes. Please type yes. Am I properly audible? Okay, very nice, Ayush. So I have got the message from you. So now we can start. I would like to okay, perfectly, very nice. So last class we have been together from academy studio last time, and we were discussing the second chapter of class 12th botany, and that was sexual reproduction in flowering plants. And there we have already discussed a few issues. So can anyone remind me what topics we have already discussed, and have you gone through those topics properly or not, and how is the preparation and how was your experience there? So first remind me the topics which you have covered, which you have gone through the class, studio class which we took at the Venkateshwar Academy. What topics you have studied so far? I think we have already done the microsporogenesis, the megasporogenesis, and also the types of embryo sacs: monosporic, bisporic and tetrasporic. That is already recorded. Yeah, Ayush, it was the type of embryo sacs. Very nice. Microsporogenesis, megasporogenesis. Vrinda, good afternoon to you. Yeah, very nice, Shona, Nandini. Keep responding, because if your response keep coming, then I will think whatever I am saying, it is going to you, because there is some streaming issue also. So when you are responding, then I will be happy that you are listening, and otherwise I will be scared that something, because it is technology issue, it is not one-to-one issue. So I will be scared that something has gone wrong, and that's why you are unable to respond. So your response, keep this live session live, otherwise I will become dead. Ayush, you responded, sir, I tried the chapter in fingertips. Nandini. Okay, others are missing. I would like to see others also. Most of you are here, but still some students are missing. So if they would have been here, somehow I would have been happy. Okay, there is a question. Who is this? There are some doubts. You can send your doubts also. I will respond to that. You can send your doubts, so I will see this and I will respond to that. I think doubt session we can take after the class. Means this class will go till 4:40. So we will go live. Means class will go on. I think for last half an hour we can do the question answer discussion, doubts, etc. Clear? So you have already gone through the topics like microsporogenesis or development of pollen and male gamete. Then there was megasporogenesis, which is the development of female gamete and megaspore. And then you have seen the types of embryo sacs. You have already seen that there are 3 types of embryo sacs. One is monosporic, where one spore formed out of 4 from megaspore mother cell that develops the embryo sac. For example, Polygonum oinothera. Then there is bisporic embryo sac, where 2 nuclei, which are equivalent to 2 spores, formed after meiosis in megaspore mother cell, they develop the whole embryo sac. For example, Allium, Endymion. And then there is tetrasporic, where all the 4 megaspore nuclei formed after meiosis, they develop into they divide and develop the whole of the embryo sac, that is tetrasporic. So tetrasporic embryo sac is found in plants like Drusa and Fritillaria. Today we will see different types of ovules made among different types of angiosperms. Types of ovules found among angiosperms. Total there are 6 types of ovules which are found in the angiosperms, and we'll see them one by one. The first is orthotropous. Orthotropous. This is the first type of ovule. You have already seen that in a mature ovule there are different parts. This is a diagrammatic representation. This part is micropyle, which is an opening at the tip. Then in the center there is embryo sac, and the opposite end is called as chalaza. And this stalk through which ovule is attached with the ovary wall, that is called as funicle. Clear? So here we can see that micropyle, embryo sac, chalaza and funicle, they are all present in a straight line. Clear? They are present in a straight line. There is no bending, no curvature. So this type of ovule is called as orthotropous. Clear? And it is found in the plant like Polygonum. Clear? In these plants, this type of embryo sac is found. Okay, Ayush, I can see your message. There is one question, I don't know who is this student is. I think it is Harsh. Harsh. Harsh about one finished chapter. One is the revision of class 11th, and they are both botany as well as zoology, that is plant kingdom as well as animal kingdom. Both the things have been given. So we'll do, that is a sort of revision about asexual reproduction, different types of gametes, how they are formed, how life cycle operates. So all those things we'll discuss later on along with vegetative reproduction. About vegetative reproduction you have already done in morphology section, different types of vegetative parts like by root, stem, leaves, etc. So about revision of class 11th, and that we will do later. The proper chapter from class 12th starts is this one, second chapter. So once we'll finish this chapter, then we'll go to first chapter and we'll have a thorough revision, and also we will discuss those points which are there for class 12th also. So that we'll discuss later on. So chapter 1 we'll do later on, you need not to worry, I will teach you. Nandini, you are asking what are the examples? GONUM. This is Polygonum and Piper. Yeah, Harsh. So Nandini, is it clear? Polygonum and Piper. Polygonum. Polygonum and Piper. PIPER. So have you drawn this? This is how it will look like. Orthotropous, micropyle, embryo sac, chalaza and funicle. They are all present in a straight line, and Polygonum and Piper are its examples. Next we will go to second type of ovule. Like this. The second is hemianatropous. Here you can see the micropyle, embryo sac, and with respect to funicle, they are curved at 90 degrees. है ना? They are curved at right angle, 90 degrees. So this is half bent ovule, and this is called as hemianatropous. This is found in a plant called ranunculus. Ranunculus. Hemianatropous, and it is found in a plant called ranunculus. You have already studied this plant in class 11th. Can you tell me the common name of this plant? I will be very happy if any one of you can tell me its common name. Which plant is this? This plant is commonly called as buttercup. Buttercup, ranunculus. It is clear to everyone? it has got hemianatropous ovules. Yeah, very nice. Atrocious, you have studied it in fruit, developing from polycarbonary apocarpus gynoecium. Very nice. So some of you are, it looks like you are working very hard on class 11th, which I already told you in the beginning of the session when we were one-to-one, face-to-face in the classroom. And it looks like you people are working hard. That's why you are able to recall. Very nice. So keep working like this. When your response comes, then I understand that you are in contact with the subject. Good. So it looks like it is Swidhi who replied Atrocious. Good. So this is hemianatropous. Last time in hemianatropous we have seen that the ovule body was bent at 90 degrees with respect to funicle. Clear? But suppose this is funicle and the ovule bends at 180 degrees with respect to the funicle. So this is microbial, this is embryo sac, this is chalaja, and whole of the ovule, initially in orthotropous it was straight, but gradually it has bent at 90 degrees and now it has came back to the side from where it originated. It has bent at 180 degrees with respect to funicle. So it is called as anatropous ovule, and that is the type of ovule which we have discussed in detail in the last class. So it is already you are familiar with this funicle, then hilum, raphe, etc. All the details you have seen in the last video lecture. So this is anatropous ovule, and you should remember that this is the most common type of ovule. It is found in most of the angiosperms. In fact, around 82% of the angiosperms, they have this type of ovule. Clear? So it is called as anatropous ovule. So here body is bent at 180 degrees and it is the most common type of ovule among angiosperms. 82% of angiosperms have this type of ovule. For example, potato, sunflower, brinjal, all such plants, and in fact many more than this, they have this type of ovule. So it is found there is some buffering issue. I already told you in the beginning, Nandini. So data connectivity, but it will soon recover. This means here the body of the ovule is bent at 180 degrees. Here this like this in the beginning here, then like this in hemianopsis. Anatropus, and Anatropus is totally like this. So you can see, you can compare this ovule with my finger. It has, with respect to original position, it has curved, it has bent at 180 degrees. So Vrinda, Nandini, have you got this video? Is it still blurred? No? Okay, Nandini, you have said it's okay. Yeah, there might be some connectivity in between, but I will explain it again and again. Whenever answers to you, so Anatropus is the sporogenesis in the last video. Then we have shown this type of ovule. So quite often I don't want to touch the camera. You are, so I think we should manage it like this because it is very delicate thing and many sets. So once this live session will go, then it will be very difficult for me to restore it. So I don't want to touch it. If you have any problem, I will explain it again. I explain everything. Harsh. So this is Anatropus ovule and this is the most common type of ovule, and quite often in board exam it is asked, explain the structure in detail of a typical Anatropus ovule found among angiosperms. So quite often students feel that remember that the ovule you have studied in detail is precisely the Anatropus ovule. Clear? And this is the same ovule. So you do some detail showing every part like funicle, hilum, raphe, two integuments, micropyle, chalaja, nucellus, and then embryo sac or female gametophyte and central cell with two polar nuclei. Interpreters find and egg. Clear? So this is Anatropus ovule. I would like to know what do we mean by Anatropus? What is Anatropus? Or what is Ana? This is a scientific term. So what is Ana? Can you tell me? Like you have studied anaphase in cytology. Anyone? Your answers are not coming. Ana means opposite. Clear? Anaphase means it is a phase where chromosomes move to opposite poles in a cell. Getting this? So in the same way, anatropous means ovule which has gone opposite with respect to its origin or original place. So orthos was stated in a way that it has gone opposite to this. Ortho means straight and anatropous means gone totally backward, opposite to the original side. Clear? Okay. If you want to anything, then explain again. And you should remember that this is not a regular class. So when we'll be one-to-one, we'll be having a better streaming. Till then, we'll have to go with this type of problems only. And I think soon you will be accustomed to it. Ortho means straight, hemianatropous means half backward or in the middle, and anatropous means okay, very nice. You can just type thumbs only. If you are clear, then just like Ayush. Ayush is a smart boy, although he is not working hard, that much hard, but it looks like nowadays he is working hard as well. Of Ayush, thumbs up. So this is anatropous. Another type of ovule called campylotropous. Campylotropous. This is microbial, this is embryo sac, this is chalaja, this is funicle. Here what you can see that all these things are not lying in a straight line. Rather they are not lying. Type of ovule is called as campylotropous. It is found in plants like Caparis, Chenopodium, Chenopodium. These are the plants in which campylotropous type of ovule is present. So here you can see that microbial, embryo sac and chalaja, they don't lie in a body of the ovule, or alternately we can also say that curved. Body of the ovule is curved. So I am writing it here. You have written this, I am writing it here. The ovule is curved. Is this clear to everyone? Good. What else? This portion I need to rub so that we can move ahead. After this portion, the body of the ovule is curved, means microbial, embryo sac and chalaza. They do not lie in the straight line because ovule is curved. Clear? Ovule is bent and therefore, getting this? Later on, Brinda, I will click and I will send you later on. Okay. Microbial, embryo sac and chalaza, they are not lying in the straight line, or in other words we can say that body of the ovule is curved. So that is Campylotropus, and it is found in some plants like Caparis and Chenopodium. Clear? Should I rub this? I have taken the picture, so I will send you later on in the group. Vrinda. So this is Campylotropus. Should we move ahead? Ayush? Siddhi? Okay. In fact, we are doing the experiment right now, how to conduct classes from home, and whatever problems are coming, we are gradually removing them. So, through, you can say that this is an experiment, and gradually we will improve things. So, that's why we are doing this. So, we'll figure it out properly soon, what I feel. There are technical issues, all of us already know, but your studies should not suffer. That is our main concern. So this is just an initiative and gradually we'll make it perfect. So you need not to worry. My main concern is that all the things you are able to get properly, and gradually we all are not accustomed to this type of teaching. So gradually we will be accustomed, and whatever rectifications are required, we will do it. Then fifth is Amphitropus. Amphitropus. Here you can see that just like the previous case, Microbial Embryo Sac and Chalaja, they are not in a straight line. Means the ovule is curved, it is bent in such a way that distortion has taken place, and these three things do not lie in the straight line. But there is more to it. Even this embryo sac has been curved. It is not oval or elliptical, which earlier it used to be. It has curved and it has become horseshoe shaped or sea-like, or just like a moon, lunar in shape. So this is bent or curved embryo sac. So what we can say about Amphitropus is that both the body of the ovule as well as embryo sac is curved, and embryo sac becomes horseshoe shaped. Embryo sac becomes horseshoe shaped like this, which you can see here. So it is found in some plants, in some crucifers. Cruciferae is a family to which radish, mustard, etc. belongs. So it is found in some of the crucifers. Getting this? Microbial, embryo sac and chalaja. First of all, they do not lie in a straight line. Why? Because body of the ovule has curved, and this is not the end. Even embryo sac itself has been curved. So it has curved or bent in such a way that it has become horseshoe shaped. So that is called as Amphitropus type of embryo sac, and it is found in some crucifers. Cruciferae is a family to which mustard, radish, etc. belongs, and it is found in that. Is this clear? There is a question from no, Harsh, it is not due to the bending of the ovary. Ovary will remain as it is. Inside the ovary, when ovule is developing, it has bent, and that's why this curvature has developed. It is a developmental process, Harsh. So bending it is natural. So there is nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with ovary. Ovary will remain round as it used to be. So there is no issue. It is related with development. So it is the fifth type of embryo sac, which is Amphitropous. And then we will see the last one, which is Cercinotropous. Cercinotropous. Before moving to Cercinotropous, I have a question from you, and while I am drawing, you should keep thinking about this. You have already read this in class 11th. So keep thinking what is cercinate while I am drawing the diagram, because it is related with that, and you have already studied this in class 11th. What is cercinate? Any answer from anyone? What is cercinate? Because it is related, the type of ovule is related with this name. Can you think of cercinate, which you have studied in class 11th? No. Yeah, rolling over. Okay, Ayush, Harsh, and Switi, all of you are correct. In fact, cercinate means snake-like. It is a Latin word. Cercinate means snake-like. And you might have remembered that in ferns, snake-like coiled leaves are present, which we call as cercinately coiled leaves. Young leaves are coiled like a snake in the bud condition. Do you remember? So that is cercinate. Cercinate means snake-like. And here also you can see that this funicle is coiled around the ovule just like a snake, just like cercinate fashion. So this is called as Cercinotropous. So what is Cercinotropous ovule? Here funicle is coiled around the ovule in a snake-like fashion, and it is found in cactus. This is a xerophytic adaptation. This coiling protect the coiling of funicle around the ovule, protect them water loss. Getting this? So this is called as Cercinotropous ovule. Clear to everyone? So it has been asked in NEET exam a few times. This is quite commonly asked in board exam as well as in NEET, and others also might be asked from time to time, like Amphitropus. A few times it has been asked in which type of ovule horseshoe shaped embryo sac is present. So you are required to know this. Clear? So that was all about different types of ovules found among different types of angiosperms. So this was one topic, and next we'll have to move on to the second topic of today, and that is pollination. But before moving on to pollination, I would like to invite, it is around 4 o'clock, in fact 4:04, 4 minutes past 4. So if you have any other doubt from previous lecture recorded at the academy or from this lecture, I would like to invite your doubts, because around half an hour is left. So we'll discuss doubts and then we'll move on to next topic, that is pollination. So your doubts are invited, related with anything, any issue, this lecture, previous lecture, or any issue which you want to discuss. You can send your doubts, and if you have understood this topic well, then you should reply. So I am giving you the time to ask questions, and then we'll move on to next topic, because still time is left, so we can start. But before that, you are required to ask your questions. Okay, there is a question from Siona. Can you repeat Campylotropus? The body of the ovule is curved in such a way that Microbial Embryo Sac and Chalaja, they do not lie in a straight line. So this is Campylotropus. Body of the ovule is curved. It is bent in such a way that these three parts, Microbial Embryo Sac and Chalaja, they do not lie in the straight line. Is this clear to you, Siona? So that gives me a feeling that I am in touch with all of you. Even some of you have answered the questions which even I thought was difficult to remember, like you have told me the ranunculus. Who gave this answer? Yeah, it was Swidhi. She wrote Itario of Akins. It looks like she is working very, very hard. And also rolling off leaves, rolling over. So that is what is succinate. So you remember, that is good. Quite many of you have answered this. So it is nice to see your response and keep responding like this. It gives me a feeling of a one-to-one class. So because I am not very sure about all this technology, because it is just a new experiment. So your response only makes it clear that you are understanding everything, and whatever I am saying, it is going up to you. So keep responding like this. Siona, I have got your reply, so it's okay. So now we'll move on to the next topic, which is pollination. It was all about different aspects related with female part. In female part, we have studied the megasporogenesis, process of megasporogenesis, different types of embryo sacs, and the third topic was types of ovules. So that was all related with female part, all the three topics. All of that we have covered till here. Now, male gamete has been formed through the process of microsporogenesis and microgametogenesis. Female part is formed, female gamete is formed through the process of megasporogenesis and megagametogenesis. So the next thing which is going to occur is what? Pollination. Clear? The mature male gamete will have to reach up to female gamete, and that process is called as pollination. So next we'll move on to pollination. Yeah, Harsh, you have asked one question. Can new plants be grown from embryo sac? That is parthenogenesis in plants. Yeah, that type of event can take place, and in fact, that occurs in a few plants. It is called as agamospermy. It is quite common in citrus fruits. So about that, we will discuss in detail in a separate topic within this chapter. So you need not to worry. Parthenogenesis, parthenocarpy, agamospermy, vegetative reproduction, all these things we'll discuss later on in detail. So you need not to worry. It is possible. It is found in many plants like Ixeris, in a plant like citrus or lemon. It is very common. So we'll discuss about this in detail later on. These are all separate topics, different topics within this chapter. So you need not to worry. Okay? Is it okay, Harsh? Okay. So next we'll move on to pollination. What is pollination? How we can define pollination? Pollination is basically transfer of pollen grains from anthers to stigma, or in other words we can say transfer of pollen grains from male part to female part. You have already seen that mature pollen grains are either having 2 cells or 3 cells. You have seen in the last class that pollen nucleus divides into 2 nuclei, tube cell and generative cell, and later on generative cell divides, giving rise to 2 male gametes. So if tube cell and generative cells are present, then it is 2-celled, and if generative cell has been divided, giving rise to 2 male gametes, then it is 3-celled stage. So pollination takes place either at 2-celled stage, which is in case of 60% of the plants, or it might take place at 3-celled stage, which is in case of 40% of the plants. So pollen grains are dispersed for pollination at 2 or 3-celled stage, and they reach after pollination on stigma. There can be different types of agencies through which pollination can take place. So on the basis of the different types of pollinating agencies involved, pollination can be of different types. So can you tell me what are different agencies through which pollination can take place? So on the basis of pollinating agencies, insects are one of the pollinating agents, air, water is another, biotic, abiotic, that also you can say, air, water, insects. These are all different pollinating agencies. And first we'll see anemophily. Anemophily is the pollination by wind or air. Now quite often features are asked about the plants or flowers which are pollinated by wind. What are their features? So you should remember, you should apply your common sense that such plants do not require the air to attract towards them. Clear? means air will come and take pollen grains from them. So such plants are not required to have any color, unlike insect pollinated plants. So these flowers are very small, है ना? So here flowers are small, inconspicuous, nectar, scent glands, colored petals, etc. are absent. Pollen grains small, unwettable, pollen grains produced in large number, number of anthers or male flowers more, so these are the features of self-pollination. Is a different thing, Harsh, that you will see later on. It is not related with pollination. So these are the characters of wind-pollinated plants, and that is in accordance with their requirement. These characters are all related with their requirement. So we can see one by one. Flowers are inconspicuous, means they are very small and not easily visible, because here there is nectar, scent glands, colored petals, etc. are not, they are absent, and that is why, due to absence of colored petals, they are inconspicuous. Stigma is long and often feathery. Trap them. So for that purpose it becomes long and often feathery. Style is also long so that it can cover broader area and it can trap pollen grains from that. Pollen grains will have to stay afloat in the air for long period of time so that it is able to reach at its proper destination, that is up to the stigma. So they will have to stay afloat, and for that their size is very important. So it is small, and also they are unwettable, means if there is moisture in the air, then they will not absorb the moisture and they will keep floating, because if they will absorb moisture, they will become heavy and they will settle down. So they won't be able to reach up to proper destination, and therefore they are unwettable. Also, wind pollination is very uncertain, means through the air they will reach up to female flower at on other plants. So it is quite uncertain. So to ensure pollination, the pollen grains are produced in large number, so that just by chance some of them are able to, if they are produced in large number, then some of them will be able to reach up to their proper destination, that is on the stigma of another plant. And also to ensure their large production, their production in large numbers, the number of anthers are more if there are single bisexual flowers, and if male and female flowers are separate, the number of male flowers will be more. So all these features you can easily correlate with the type of requirement such plants have for the proper pollination. Last character, Nandini, is a number of anthers for male flowers are more. Number of anthers are more, or number of anthers are more if flower is bisexual. And if flowers are unisexual, then there will be more number of male flowers as compared to female flowers. Then only they will be able to produce more. Ayush, you have asked about stigma part. Stigma is long and often feathery. If stigma is long, it can cover broader distance, it can cover long distance, and chances of it trapping the pollen grain will be more. If stigma is long, it can easily trap the pollen grains. Getting this? So stigma is long and feathery, means it has got additional feather-like structure, so that it will still cover even larger distance, and wherever pollen grain is present, chances of pollen grains coming in its contact will be more, and therefore pollination will be ensured. And second thing, style is long. Style is long so that it will also cover the larger distance, and it can trap pollen grains also. Getting this? So I have a question for you. In which plant longest style is found? Can you tell me? You have already studied this in class 11th. I have already told you in which plant longest style is present. Can you think of the plant in which longest style is present? Maize, very good. Sona, very nice. Maize, we have already discussed it. Are floating in the air, they just by chance come in its contact and pollination takes place. So very nice. All of you are typing, so it is very nice to see all of you are bang on target, answering correctly. So these characters are clear, they are well related, you can easily correlate them with the type of requirement all these plants possess. And if I ask you the examples, then one of the example you have already told me, and that is maize. Means maize is an anemophilous flower. So first example is maize, clear? And also like coconut, date, palm. These are all anemophilous plants, and also grasses. You might have seen grasses, but I think you have hardly recognized that these grasses have got flowers also, because these flowers are colorless and they just look like any body part. They are green or brownish in color, and that they are not very easily visible. You cannot recognize them. They just fall short of the conventional flower which you are able to see and understand. So grasses also fall into these categories. So for all of you, today it is assignment that go outside, see the grasses, try to find out their flowers, but they do not fit into the conventional scheme. They do not look like the flowers we are accustomed to. Yeah, Harsh, date palm is a unisexual plant. Yeah. Maize is also unisexual. Male and female flowers develop separately. So the cob, maize cob which we see is actually a cluster of female inflorescence, spadix type of inflorescence which you have studied in class 11th, spadix. So maize is also unisexual. Tomorrow I will show you female flowers or inflorescence develop separately in the axil of leaves, and male flowers, male tassel, grow at the top in the form of inflorescence. Yeah, it is dioecious. Dioecious is unisexual and monoecious is bisexual. About this we will study later on. There are other terms also like dicliny, monocliny, that we will see later on. It looks like you have studied the first chapter of NCERT, Harsh. Anna? Papaya, date palm, it is all there. So these things are from, yeah, very nice. Sincere as compared to class 11th. So nice to see. You are very much grown up kids. You are the type of your approach which I have seen you in class 11, that is totally different from what it looks like in today's class. So you are responding and you are able to recall things. So very nice to see all of you who are here. So these are the plants having anemophily. Clear? Next we'll see the second type of pollination, and that is called as hydrophily. So no point for guessing what is the pollinating agent, and all of you should write what is the pollinating agent in hydrophily. This is pollination by water. Pollination by water. It can be of two types. Obviously it is found in aquatic plants and it can be of two types. What are these? Epihydrophily. This is pollination at the surface of the water. Epi means up. So if pollen grains are released, reach at the surface of water and their pollination takes place, then it is called as epihydrophily. It takes place in a plant, for example, Vallisneria. Epihydrophily takes place in Vallisneria. And second type of hydrophily is hypohydrophily. That is pollination of the water. Pollination below the surface of the water. Very good. All of you are coming with the answer water. Harsh, Nishita, Ayush, Nandini and Swidhi. Water. Very good. So now you are moving ahead of time. You are answering very nicely. So hypo means below. Hypohydrophily means below takes place. And its example is the plants like Zostera and Ceratophyllum. Zostera and Ceratophyllum. Zostera, Zostera, Ceratophyllum, Ceratophyllum. So these are the plants where hypohydrophily takes place, means pollination is below the surface of the water. I would also like to tell you the spelling of Vallisneria. Vallisneria, Vallisneria. This is Zostera, Zostera, and this is Ceratophyllum, Ceratophyllum. So clear to everyone? So it is 4:37 already. So only 3 minutes are left in today's class. So I am afraid we cannot move ahead of this. So other types of pollinations that we'll see in the next class. Clear to you? And the remaining time we will utilize for any doubts, any questions, any type of query regarding anything. It will be like this. If you keep responding like this, so instead of duster I am having mobile in my hand, and I am afraid that just by mistake if I start rubbing this, then it will be a big problem for me, because it is not my mobile, it is my wife's mobile, so she might be very angry and I might be scolded. So but still your response will query, any question, you can ask. I'm very happy. So thumbs up from my side also, because I am because I am live, so I can without any without typing anything. So thumbs up to all of you also. Anandini, you are laughing, so I can see. Ayush, you are also laughing, and I am also laughing. So you are seeing this board through my phone, and in my hand it is the phone of my wife. So but so far in this class I was alert enough not to start rubbing this mobile on the board, because I am accustomed to rubbing duster on the board, but still it is maybe because you keep responding, so I am aware throughout the class that this is a mobile, not a duster. So it is 4:40. So should we finish the today's class? Is everything clear to you? Looks like you don't have any further query. Okay, so thanks to all of you. It was a very nice, it was a new thing for me, just like you people. So I'm very happy to be in this class with you. This is a new thing for me as well, because I have taken their classes there at the studio, but here from my home, it was a new thing. So I enjoyed being with you. Even Corona cannot separate us. I will remain with you despite the threat of Corona. So this, we should also be thankful to technology and Ashish sir. He kept inventing new things all the time to bringing all of us together. So I am grateful to Ashish sir and also Govind sir. He has done a great help in the morning and all the technical work. I am totally alien to this technology. I do. All of you also for being here with me and keep responding all the time. So thank you very much to all of you. Now I will finish the class. Okay, thank you. हाँ गोविंद जी, ये क्लास तो हो गई, इसको कैसे ऑफ किया जाए? वो आ नहीं रहा है। वो रेड वाली नहीं आ रही है। स्क्वायर जैसा तो नहीं है कोई, एक ऑरेंज कलर की आ रही है। एक ऑरेंज कलर की आ रही है, उस पे क्लिक करूं?